Welcome to the State of Affairs. I'm your host, King Crusoe, but you can call me KC. In today's monthly update video for January, we're going to be talking about the things that happened for my channel and the things that I got done in December of 2024. If you want to know my full entire 2024 wrap up and statistics and everything, the changes that are coming to the channel and whatnot for the entirety of the year 2025, check out the 2024 year in review video that came out just a few days back on Wednesday. That has all of the details that you would be looking for. For today's video, like I said, we're just wrapping up December, and thank goodness for me, because I just finished recording the year in review video at the time that I'm recording this, and 250 notes for this video as opposed to 250 words for my notes for this video versus 1500 words for notes for the last video is very refreshing. But to save my voice a little bit and to stop wasting additional time, let's just jump into the state of affairs. There's going to be a slight restructuring to this, as you might see if you've watched several of these videos in the past, but we'll start off just like I normally do with last month's videos and highlights. On the main channel, I released 15 videos, and on the second channel, I released 6 videos. Some of my favorite videos that I released and the videos that got some of the most attention on the channel over December of 2024 are ranking my Goodreads favorites shelf, which is actually now unfortunately an outdated video because in December I actually read a book that I'm definitely adding to the favorites shelf, so I'm kind of sad that that video couldn't be made after I just added that, but that's how things are going to go. My Goodreads favorites shelf as it was at the time of like late November, early December, that's what that video covered. I also did my top 5 classics I will 100% read in 2025 video, which was a precursor to my 2025 reading plans videos. Both of these videos are highlights, but especially the top 5 classics I'll read video. That one blew up. It is my #1 best performing video. I believe it is my #3 video in terms of watch hours, with the 2 that are above it being discussions that I've had with Christopher Rocchio, videos that were like, an hour and a half, 2 hours long or something like that. So no real surprise that this video that is significantly shorter doesn't quite have that many watch hours, but it has the most views of anything that I've ever done. The 3rd most watch hours of anything that I've ever done. It's very nearly got the most impressions of anything that I've ever done. It way has the most subscribers of any individual video. In fact, it caused December to be a record-breaking month on all counts, all by itself. Absolutely insane. Thank you to everybody who checked out that video, and thank you to YouTube for putting something in the algorithm that actually did really well. That is really great and really humbling. On the second channel, I also have a couple videos to shout out real quick. I did my Linkin Park discography ranking that came out in December, and prior to the top 5 classics video, this was a top 3 performing video between my 2 channels of all time. Now it's just a top 5 performing video of all time because that one kind of did unexpected things, but that discography ranking did really well, and all by itself, kind of a similar trend, caused December to be a record-breaking month for the second channel. We'll get to those in just a moment. I also released episode 0 of Music Mania, my weekly music wrap-up stuff that I'm going to be doing every Monday on the second channel now, or every Monday as far as I am able. That first episode, that episode 0, was just kind of an introduction thing going into the structure of how things are going to do. Check back in on the second channel this coming Monday for the first official episode of the series as far as it is going to be structured and whatnot. I think I'm going to take a few weeks to actually get into the groove of things, know how those videos are going to go, but tomorrow at the time of this video's release at least, I'm going to be recording that next episode, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, those are the highlights. Let's get into the actual statistics for December. Like I said, both for the main channel and the second channel have been record-breaking months in nearly all counts, solely because of just a couple of videos that I released. On the main channel, I got 3,222 views, which is up 54.7% from November. Definitely a pretty big increase. That is the first time that I've had any month go above 3,000 views in one single month. I think it's the first time any month has gone above 2,000 views. I might be wrong on that. There might be one other month that has done that, but it is definitely the first time I've gone over 3,000. So thank you to everybody who's clicked on the videos. But again, 1,600 of those views were just from the top 5 classics videos. So take that with a grain of salt. I got 236.7 watch hours in December, up 52.5%, pretty similar number as well. Again, almost all of that was from the top 5 classics video, but again, record-breaking month, I'm pretty sure. I've had, I think, 1 or 2 months prior that have broken 200 watch hours before in 2024, but I think my record prior to this month was somewhere around 220, 222 watch hours, so I'm pretty certain that 236 watch hours is a record. I might be wrong on that, and I apologize if so, but I'm pretty sure that is the case. So thank you to everybody who watched. I didn't quite have a record-breaking month in terms of impressions. I was actually down 10% from last month, totaling barely over 100,000 impressions in December, but that is still like somewhere in the top 2 or 3 videos or top 2 or 3 months that I've had for impressions, so I'm not going to complain at all. Like, quite frankly, still really cool to have that many people having their eyeballs on my videos, and frankly, like a third of those impressions were just because of the top 5 classics video. So again, it's kind of a similar trend. And because one more time of that video, I got plus 65 subscribers, so a net gain of 65 subscribers in December, putting my total not just past the 725 like I was hoping, not just past the 750 like I thought my yearly goal was going to be, but past the 775 mark. Actually, I hit 775 subscribers. At the time that I'm recording this, I have 775 subscribers. That there's a chance that'll change between now and Saturday when this video comes out, but as for December, that is where I ended off, was 775 subscribers, which is awesome. Like, genuinely so awesome. I appreciate you guys so much for checking out anything, and those of you who decided to subscribe, I hope you enjoy your stay, and I hope you choose to stick around. I've got a pretty good 2025 going. I'm choosing to improve my content. Again, more on that in last Wednesday's video, the 2024 year in review, kind of the things that I'm doing to hopefully improve things a little bit. I'm really excited for the new year, and December being so good of a month is no small part of why. As for the second channel, which also had record-breaking month in most regards as well, I got 995 views, very nearly 1,000 views in December alone, with over 700 of those views just being from the Linkin Park discography ranking. It was great. So I had up 97.4% in December compared to November, so basically double the amount of views. So definitely a record, and I really appreciate that. 57.1 watch hours in December for the second channel, up 68.4%. Again, pretty sure that is a record for the second channel, which is really cool. I appreciate everybody who checked out any of those videos, but especially those couple Linkin Park ones, which still continue to get a lot of stuff today. 34,837 impressions for the second channel as well, up 96.8%, so basically double the impressions that I had from the previous month, which was itself, I'm pretty sure, a record, which means that December was definitely a record for the impressions. Pretty cool to see that happen. Again, the vast majority of those are from the Linkin Park discography ranking, so just a couple of videos on these couple channels are no small reason why I had record-breaking month. I gained 3 subscribers as well in December, which is not itself a record, but I got up to 29 total subscribers by the end of the month, and thus by the end of the year, which is pretty cool. It caused me to have a record-breaking subscriber gain for the whole of 2024 compared to 2023. I'm hoping for continued growth in 25. Again, check out the 2024 year in review. December was pretty good for both my 2 channels, and I appreciate everybody who checked anything out on either of them. For last month's writing, once again, nothing happened with the Reign of Ash. If you want to hear more about how Reign of Ash went in 2024 in general, which was very disappointing, you can check out the year in review. But the reviews and blogs and stuff in December still went fairly well, but I've been pretty busy preparing a lot of year-end wrap-up stuff instead. For the moment, we'll say that I wrote about 3,150 words for book reviews over December. 250 words of that were just a little brief review for Monster Volume 4 that I did. And then I also wrote 2,900 words, so all of the rest of the words that I wrote for book reviews in December were for my review of Wrath by John Gwynne, which I feel like was a return to form for me after a good long while not really writing in-depth reviews. It was a while between writing The Lord of Chaos and Witchy Eye reviews, and then whatever the next review was after that, like Canonical for Leibowitz, for example. I don't feel like that review was as good as it should have been. There's a couple other reviews that were like that. Wrath, I feel like I actually did a good job with that review in total, and considering I nearly hit 3,000 words with it, evidently I felt that way. I should have been able to write a review for Pillars of the Earth this month as well, but because of preparing year-end wrap-up stuff, I haven't had the chance to, because I only finished that a couple days ago at the time I'm recording this. Maybe somewhere this weekend, the weekend that this video comes out, I'll be able to write that review, but even then, I don't know if I'll have the time to do so, because I'm going to be too busy preparing a lot of January's videos for the channel. For music reviews or music-related topics, I wrote 4,700 words in December, all 4,700 words of which are for my top 20 albums of 2024 video. That video will be coming out in just a few weeks, sometime this month in January. Not quite finished with that, but I'm nearly finished with it. I only have like a handful of albums left to talk about. Maybe like, I think I still have the top 10 albums left to talk about and the 5 EPs. So I still have plenty of that video left to write, but 4,700 words at the moment, and I'm looking forward to finishing that. Similarly, for gaming-related content, I wrote 5,200 words. So for The Last of Us Part 2 critical analysis video, continued to write notes. I actually finished all of the gameplay that I'm going to be doing for that game, so everything that I've written up to this point for notes is what I've written for notes. Anything I write for that from this point on is basically going to be like actually drafting the video. So I wrote 2,150 more words for that, again, just for notes at the moment. There was one section of it that I think was an actual paragraph of basically what will be a part of the review, but for all intents and purposes, all that I wrote there was notes, which brings my total for the notes of that video actually at about 4,800. So that's quite a bit of notes that I have, considering that the original review altogether was like 7,000 words, or maybe less than 7,000 words. Yeah, that rewrite is going to be very hefty. I also started working on the 2024 Game of the Year ranking video in December. I got about 400 words written for that. Nothing too crazy. Basically, it's just structured, and I think I wrote the introduction. I think that's all that I've written for that so far. Film reviews, actually, that's a lie. I was going to say 0 words for that, but there's some words for that. Let me go and find it. It's actually about 500 words I wrote for film-related stuff, but again, it's going to be the 2024 movie of the year ranking video. That is what that was for. About 532 words actually is the exact count on that, but somewhere around 500 words written for film. So again, same thing. That video is structured now. I think I've written the introduction, maybe the conclusion for that as well, but nothing too crazy on those. Those are things that I'm going to be finishing this month in January, especially since I hope, this isn't a guarantee, but I hope to have all 3 of those videos out on the second channel this year. But yeah, so that's what's going down. Quite a bit written, nothing for the Reign of Ash, but I think the blog-related stuff has been pretty okay. But for this month, well, let's just say that finishing up those end-of-the-year videos for the channel, the second channel, those blogs that I just talked about, but also the end-of-the-year videos for, you know, this month on this channel, like basically everything happening in January for the second channel on this channel is going to be done in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be spending the entirety of the coming fortnight and generally like the vast majority of January just getting all of that stuff done. I'm excited for it, but it is a very, very busy month on the channel for content. So like that's basically all that I have planned out for this month, is just to finish that kind of stuff. I have other things that I would like to do, but I'm not going to count my chickens before they hatch, because I'm going to have a hard enough time keeping up with the content that I need to get done just for January. So that is what I've got planned out for the month. Like that's basically it. So in order to not waste any more of your time or my own, I will end this video here, because that's all I've got to say. If I happen to finish all of that stuff on time and like get it all done, and I still have a week or something at the end of the month, which is like the best that I could hope for, I'm going to start playing the Indiana Jones game. But like I'm not even going to look forward to playing the Indiana Jones game until I know that all this stuff is done, which is going to take a few weeks to do. But thank you for checking out this state of affairs. If you did so, thank goodness this video is a heck of a lot shorter than the year in review was. I appreciate you checking out the video if you did. Coming tomorrow is going to be my Fortnite on the Isle, which will be kind of another update thing going on, but just for the last couple of weeks, and will be a little bit more detailed in certain regards. So check that out if you're interested. For now, in the meantime, I have been your host, King Crusoe, but you can call me KC, and I hope to see you in the next video.